Before we begin this morning prayer, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and like this video. God, I don't need everything to be fixed today. I don't need every answer, every wound healed, or every fear resolved. I just need a beginning, a small one that doesn't expect me to be strong right away, one that doesn't rush me to feel joy when I'm still holding grief, one that doesn't shame me for not being ready for a brand new chapter with a smile on my face and fire in my heart. I'm not there, but I'm here. I'm breathing. I showed up. I opened my eyes this morning, even though there were parts of me that wanted to keep hiding, and that, in itself, is something. So, let today be a small beginning. No grand promises, no sudden transformations, just one step, one prayer, one honest moment of saying, God, I need you. Walk with me gently today, Lord. I don't have the strength for loud solutions. I'm not ready for the kind of motivation that pushes and pulls. I just need presence. I just need stillness. I just need grace to let this day unfold slowly, without expectation or pressure. Because starting again is harder than people say. It's not just about making new plans or setting new goals. Sometimes it's about learning how to breathe again after everything inside feels like it's collapsed. It's learning how to open my heart even a little when it's been shut tight for so long. It's learning to trust that healing doesn't have to be visible to be real. So I'm not going to pretend today. I'm not going to fake energy I don't feel. I'm not going to wrap my pain in polished words. I'm just going to let today be what it is. The first step forward that doesn't have to look like much. Let this day be spacious, Lord. Let it have room for silence. Let it have permission for slowness. Let it offer softness instead of pressure. I don't need to accomplish something that impresses anyone. I just want to be okay in the quiet. I just want to feel a little more whole than I did yesterday. I just want to begin again in a way that's honest, not forced. And if all I do today is rest without guilt, or cry without hiding, or breathe without rushing, let that be enough. Let me believe it's enough. Let me stop grading my day by how productive I was or how strong I seemed. Let me start measuring by how present I was with you, how tender I was with myself, how brave I was to just keep going. God, I know there are people who move forward faster than I do, who bounce back, who smile through pain, who seem to turn everything into something beautiful overnight, and I bless them. I'm grateful for. But I'm not them, and I know you never asked me to be. So remind me today that healing is not a competition, that it's okay to move slowly, that it's okay to be in the middle of the process, even if the world celebrates only the endings. You don't rush me. You don't require me to perform. You receive me as I am, even when I feel fragile, even when I'm messy, even when I can't put words to what I'm feeling. So here I am, with no mask, no performance, just a heart that wants to begin again, even if that beginning is the size of a mustard seed. Help me trust that something sacred can begin in smallness, that growth doesn't have to be loud to be real, that even if nothing about my life looks different yet, something might still be shifting deep inside. Let this be the kind of beginning that doesn't depend on visible change, but on quiet surrender. I surrender the need to have it all together. I surrender the need to explain myself. I surrender the pressure to be further along, and I receive the grace to just start here, with breath, with honesty, with softness, with you. And Lord, if there are moments today that bring peace, even just flashes of it, help me receive them fully. A warm drink, a kind word, a memory that doesn't hurt as much as it used to, a patch of sunlight on my floor. Let those things be signs that your mercy is still flowing, that your nearness hasn't left, that beauty can still find me even here. And if pain returns, if I'm caught off guard by a wave of sadness or anger or loneliness, help me not to panic. Help me not to think it means I've failed. Help me hold it gently, breathe through it, and return to your presence again. You are not disappointed by my pain. You are not impatient with my process. You are walking with me in every emotion. God, if someone says something today that wounds me, even unintentionally, help me carry it differently this time. Help me not absorb it like a truth about who I am. Help me let it go without letting it harden me. Help me stay soft, even when it hurts. And if someone offers love, help me receive it, not deflect it, not deny it, but actually let it land. Sometimes that's the harder thing to do. But I want to be open again. I want to let love in again. Not all at once, but slowly, safely, in your time, in your way. Let today be a soft landing, a safe beginning, a sacred pause. I don't know what tomorrow will bring. I don't know how long it will take for the heaviness to lift or the fog to clear. But I know I don't have to wait for perfect conditions to begin again. I can begin right here, in the middle of the ache, in the tension between sorrow and hope, in the quiet where no one's watching. And if I can begin here, then I know you're already here with me, and that's enough for today. Lord, I woke up again today, and that already means something. It means hope hasn't left me completely. It means I'm still choosing to believe that maybe, just maybe, there is something new waiting on the other side of this heaviness. I didn't wake up with fire in my spirit. I didn't rise with joy bursting through me, but I woke up with breath in my lungs, and in that breath is possibility. Possibility that today will hold one moment of relief, one breath that feels lighter, one smile that comes without effort, one thought that doesn't feel so heavy. And if it doesn't happen, that's okay, because I'm learning that faith isn't always loud or triumphant. Sometimes it's quiet and persistent. Sometimes it's the whisper that says, I'll try again today, even with tired eyes and a trembling heart. God, walk slowly with me today. Match my pace. Don't let me rush ahead of where I truly am. I know the world moves fast, but I need slowness right now. I need the kind of quiet that doesn't expect anything from me. I need the kind of mercy that doesn't set a deadline for healing. I need to know that I can take the next step, however small, without judgment, without performance, without explanation. So stay near to me in the silence. Stay near to me when I stare out the window a little too long, when I wander in thought, when I forget what I was doing. Let that not be wasted time. Let it be healing time. Let me learn that stillness is not failure, that softness is not weakness, and that quietness can be holy too. Help me be gentle with myself today. When old thoughts come knocking, thoughts that tell me I'm behind or not enough, help me remember that healing doesn't run on a clock, that starting over isn't about doing more, faster, that grief has its own timing, and so does joy. I don't want to pressure myself into pretending I'm okay when I'm still fragile. I want to be honest. I want to move at the pace of grace, not at the pace of guilt. You're not measuring me by what I accomplished today. You're not disappointed in what I haven't done. You are here, celebrating every small beginning, every breath of courage, every step that doesn't look like much from the outside, but is a mountain moved inside. Walk with me through the parts of the day that others might call simple but that feel hard for me right now, like getting dressed when I just want to stay under the covers, like answering a message I've avoided, like facing a familiar place that now feels different, like smiling when my heart is still healing. These things cost energy, energy no one else sees, and I need your help to spend it wisely. Help me notice when I'm pushing myself out of shame instead of love. Help me pause before I cross my own boundaries. Help me speak to myself the way you speak to me, not with pressure or harshness, but with kindness and care. God, I also ask you to walk with me in the places where others expect more than I can give. I know they mean well, but sometimes their words feel heavy. Sometimes their expectations feel like too much. Help me not to absorb it all. Help me draw quiet boundaries when I need to. Help me say not today without guilt. Let me rest without explanation. Let me choose what is most nurturing to my soul, even if it's not what others would choose for me. And if I disappoint someone today, let me release that. Let me trust that their disappointment doesn't define me. Let me stay rooted in your voice above all others, the voice that says, "You are doing enough. I am proud of you for simply being here. I know how hard it's been, and I'm still with you." Let me find meaning in the little things today, God. The slow morning, the quiet moment with a warm drink, the short walk that clears my head, the small task completed without pressure, a kind word exchanged, a breath that feels a little deeper. These things are not insignificant. They are signs of life. They are pieces of healing. They are part of what makes today sacred. Let me not overlook the quiet good. Let me not compare it to someone else's loud breakthrough. Let me not think it's too small to matter. You see the beauty in the small things. Teach me to see it too. If tears come today, let them come. I don't want to hold them back if they need to fall. I don't want to apologize for being human. I don't want to dry my eyes too quickly just to make others comfortable. There is no shame in crying. There is no shame in needing to feel what's inside. So if my body needs to release what my heart can't put into words, let me allow that. Let me trust that you are there in the tears, that every drop is seen, that every ache is held, that I don't need to hide anything from you, not sadness, not confusion, not longing. You are the God who sits with me in the middle of it, not waiting for me to get through it before you love me. And if even for a moment today I laugh, help me receive it. Let me not question it. Let me not wonder if I deserve it. Let me not fear it. Just let me be in it. Let joy, even the tiniest joy, break through like light between heavy clouds. Let me taste it without guilt. Let me hold it without apology. Because I know you're not just the God who comforts me in grief. You're also the God who gently surprises me with joy. So if it comes, even in unexpected ways, help me open my hands and let it stay for a while. Even if it's fleeting, even if it feels unfamiliar, let it be welcome. God, I know there are still pieces of me that hurt, parts that I haven't even fully understood, parts that are tender to the touch. But I also know that today can still hold goodness, that healing doesn't require perfection, that movement doesn't require certainty, that I can begin again right in the middle of not knowing how it's all going to turn out. I don't need to see the whole path. I just need to take one step, and then another, and then another. And I trust that with each step, you are guiding me, you are holding me. You are walking right beside me. And even if I stumble, even if I turn around, even if I freeze in place, you won't leave. You never have. Lord, I'm still here. Still showing up, still trying, even if my trying looks like sitting still, even if it looks like slow breathing, even if it looks like whispering your name without any more words to add, I'm still here. And sometimes that's the most faithful thing I can do. Stay present, stay open, stay soft enough not to shut down, stay willing to trust you again, even after trust was broken, and even if I don't feel brave, even if I still feel the ache, my presence in this moment is a kind of courage. So I ask, Lord, help me not dismiss the quiet strength it takes to simply remain. When I want to run, when I want to escape, when I want to distract, help me remain here with you in the stillness of beginning again. Walk with me again today. Not because I'm doing something spectacular, but because I'm doing something sacred. Choosing not to give up on myself. Choosing to believe that your love really does meet me in this in-between. Choosing to believe that you're not disappointed in my pace or progress. Choosing to believe that healing isn't something I have to hustle my way through. I'm tired of measuring myself against standards you never set. Tired of acting like our emotions are problems to solve instead of signals to honor. I want to learn a better way, your way. The way of compassion, the way of peace, the way of small steps held in sacred hands. Help me notice when I slip back into self-judgment. Help me catch it when I criticize myself for being too much or not enough. Help me pause when that familiar voice starts whispering that I should be further along by now. Because I know that's not your voice. God, your voice is kind. Your voice doesn't rush. Your voice doesn't belittle. So I choose again to believe you, to listen for your truth, not my fear, to let your spirit guide my thoughts today, gently correcting, quietly restoring, faithfully reminding me that I'm not behind. I'm just becoming. And when today brings choices, even small ones, help me choose what's kind to my body, my mind, and my spirit. Help me eat in a way that nourishes me, not numbs me. Help me move my body because it helps me feel alive, not because I'm punishing it. Help me say no without guilt. Help me say yes without fear. Let each decision I make be shaped by love, not by shame. Let me do what brings peace, not what pleases everyone else. Let me choose rest over rush. Let me choose stillness when the world screams for speed. Let me choose connection over performance. Let me choose presence over perfection. God, I also ask you to walk with me when memories visit. Sometimes they arrive without warning. Sometimes they sneak in through a song, a smell, a face, a photo, and they can make me smile or make me ache, or both at once. Help me not to push them away or cling to them too tightly. Help me let them rise and fall like waves, observed, honored, and gently released. Help me not be afraid of remembering, but also not bound by it. Let the past be part of me without defining all of me. I want to carry the story, but I don't want to stay stuck in one chapter. So walk with me as I honor what has been, while still believing in what could be. If I feel alone today, remind me that loneliness isn't always a sign of something wrong. Sometimes it's simply a space waiting to be filled, and you, God, are willing to sit in that space with me. Not always to fix it, but to fill it with your steady presence. I don't need answers as much as I need to be reminded that I'm not abandoned. I don't need a sudden community if I'm still learning how to trust. I just need to know that even when no one checks in, even when I cancel plans, even when I keep quiet because I'm still healing, I'm not forgotten. I'm not invisible to you. I am loved, even in silence, even when I withdraw, even when I'm still learning how to reach again. Let today hold mercy for the parts of me still afraid of being hurt again, afraid of hoping again, afraid of being fully seen. I won't pretend those fears aren't there, but I don't want to be ruled by them either. I don't want to stay closed off forever. So if all I can do is crack open the door a little, let that be enough. If all I can do is take one step towards something that feels good, let that be enough. If all I can do is sit quietly and whisper, maybe I'll try again tomorrow, let even that be sacred, because I know you don't demand dramatic change. You celebrate honest effort. You honor the courage it takes to begin again, even quietly, even cautiously, even with trembling hands. And if I find myself reaching for something that I know won't truly satisfy, a distraction, an old habit, a coping mechanism I've outgrown, stop me gently, not with shame, not with force, but with your voice of kindness. Invite me to pause. Invite me to breathe. Invite me to choose a new way, even if it feels unfamiliar. And if I fall back into something I thought I was done with, remind me that you are not done with me. That grace still flows. That beginning again doesn't have a limit. I can start over, not just once, but as many times as needed. And you'll be there each time, not counting my slips, but offering your hand. God, if I encounter joy today, true surprising joy, help me not to hold it at a distance. Help me not to question whether I've earned it. Help me not to fear its ending so much that I can't enjoy its presence. Let me taste it fully. Let it remind me that I was made not only to endure, but to delight. That you created beauty, not just for others, but for me too. That life isn't only about getting through the pain, it's about letting the light back in. And joy is part of healing. Joy is part of your gift. So even if it only lasts a moment, even if it catches me off guard, let me receive it with open hands and an open heart. God, I'm still here with you, still breathing, still hoping, still choosing not to quit on this day. And even if nothing about my life has visibly changed from yesterday, I feel something shifting inside. It's not loud, it's not flashy, but it's real. I feel a quiet turning, like something in me is softening toward hope again. Like maybe I don't need all the answers today to feel at peace. Like maybe I don't have to be fully healed to live like I'm worthy of joy. Maybe it's enough just to be in process. Maybe the sacred thing today isn't finishing the race. It's just lacing up my shoes, just showing up, just praying again, just whispering, I'm still here, Lord. Let me carry that with me through this day. Not the pressure to prove I've changed, but the quiet truth that change has already begun. That starting over doesn't always mean beginning something new. Sometimes it means beginning again in the same space with a different heart, a softer heart, a steadier heart, a heart that knows pain but still chooses peace, a heart that remembers loss but still reaches for love, a heart that carries disappointment but also carries grace. You've walked with me through so much, God, and I know you're walking with me still, not just toward healing, but with healing, not just toward peace, but with peace, not just toward life, but with life already pulsing in me. Today, let your peace be my rhythm. Let it pace my steps, slow my words, hold my emotions, soften my reactions. Let peace be my language in the way I speak to myself. Let it shape the way I respond to stress, to news, to people who don't understand what I'm carrying. Let peace walk with me into every room. Not the kind of peace that pretends things don't hurt, but the kind that says, even so, I am held. Even so, I am loved. Even so, I will begin again. God, remind me today that my beginning doesn't have to match anyone else's middle, that I'm allowed to grow at my own pace, that I'm allowed to carry joy and grief at the same time, that my timeline is sacred, even if no one else understands it. Let today be a place where I practice gentleness, not urgency. Let today be where I learn to live from a deeper place, a place of trust, not tension, a place of softness, not striving, a place where I'm not constantly chasing wholeness, but letting wholeness come to me in quiet ways. Help me release the idea that I need a perfect plan to move forward. Sometimes all I have is presence, the courage to show up with what I have. Sometimes all I can do is take care of the moment in front of me, and maybe that's all you're asking. Not that I fix everything, not that I figure it all out, just that I stay open, just that I remain in you, just that I let love shape how I respond to what's next. And if I do that, even if the day is messy or slow or hard, I trust it will still be holy. If I feel resistance in me today, the kind that pushes away connection or holds on to fear or tells me not to trust. Help me not to shame myself for it. Help me get curious about what it's protecting. Help me name it, breathe through it, and slowly loosen my grip. Let love be the stronger force. Let grace pull me forward. Let compassion guide the way. I don't need to conquer everything today. I just need to cooperate with healing, with softness, with trust. And I know your Spirit will help me do that. Let today be a soft space for my body too. If I feel tired, let me rest without guilt. If I feel tension, help me notice where it lives in my shoulders or my jaw or my chest. Let me stretch, breathe, move, not to control my body, but to honor it. It has carried so much. It remembers things I've tried to forget, and yet it keeps going. It keeps showing up. Let me be kind to this body, Lord. Let me thank it for keeping me alive, even when I wanted to disappear. Let today be a beginning of reconciliation with myself, with how I live in this body, how I talk to it, how I nourish it, how I respect its limits. God, walk with me as I try to re-enter paths of life I've been avoiding, friendships that feel unfamiliar now, goals that once inspired me but now feel distant, routines that used to comfort me but now feel like too much. I don't have to do it all today, but maybe I can take one small step, one message, one task, one honest prayer. Maybe I can give myself the space to rebuild, not from the pressure to be productive, but from the desire to feel whole again. Let re-entry happen slowly. Let it happen honestly. Let it be led by your voice, not the noise of the world around me. And when the sun begins to set, when the day draws to a close, and I'm tempted to judge how it went, stop me. Stop me before I measure the day by what I got done or how I performed. Teach me to measure it by how I loved, how I listened, how I returned to peace after being pulled into anxiety, how I allowed softness instead of shame, how I kept showing up even if it didn't look impressive. If I can end today with a little more compassion in my heart for myself, for others, for this world, then that is enough. That is sacred. That is more than most people will ever see. But you see it, and that's enough for me. So I offer this day to you, Lord. Not perfectly, but wholeheartedly. Not because it was easy, but because it was real. I offered you my thoughts, my questions, my breath, my steps, my tears, my silence, my surrender. And I believe that in your hands, none of it is wasted, not even the smallest, most fragile beginning. You are the God who grows gardens from dust, the God who writes stories from brokenness, the God who speaks life into tired bones. So I trust you to take this day, this very normal, very gentle, very quiet day, and do something eternal with it. Let me go into the rest of this day, or into tomorrow, if the sun has already set, not with fear of how far I still have to go, but with quiet awe at how far I've already come. And when the voice of fear or failure returns again, as it often does, remind me of this moment. Remind me I don't have to earn a new beginning. I just have to keep choosing it over and over, again and again, with open hands, with a soft heart, with you beside me. Let today be a small beginning, Lord, and let it be holy. Amen.